I thought my life is set, financially free, earning on an average 3 to 4 lakh every single week. But something happened which I never expected. But that day, when after this situation, when I went back and stood in front of a mirror and looked into my eyes, I felt crap. When you're totally negative, it compounds. And not just that, it was like universe was taking revenge on me. Today, I'm full-time dad because that's what I wanted. And today, I run an agency business. Agency in the sense free, just sits model. I have 15 freelancers working with me. And I do whatever I do, and I also run a school and 65 lakh plus revenue.
How many of you agree with me that without customers, we don't run a business, we run a hobby club? Yes, agree, right? Well, lead generation and sales are vital to any and every business, any thriving business, may I say. And, we need efficient, automated approach to really deal with our leads. Yes? Absolutely. And you can either be one of those who actually work on automating your business, or you're going to get automated. There are only two options. There is no third option, okay? So now, let's hear it for somebody who rocks this particular space every single day, but the journey of really losing himself to reach where he has today has not been an easy one, okay? This gentleman is the CEO of TFS Education. He has been part of the iLedge family for just about 3 years now. He's impacted over 7,000 lives, and he's earned over 50 lakh rupees while doing the same. Come on, let's hear it for him. Yeah. He says his top 3 accomplishments have been, I love this one, that he's a full-time father. Yeah? That he is enjoying his freedom and that he's living his dream. Wow. Amazing top 3 accomplishments, right? And it is just amazing to see this gentleman because, deep down, he's still that little child. He's a very, very emotional person, and that's what we love about him. What he loves is his superpower, which are his negotiation and his sales skills. Ladies and gentlemen, with the loudest round of applause, put your hands together for Manjunath Nagraj. Whoa! Louder, guys, come on! Huge round of applause!
Hello. I'm not talking in front of close to 500 audiences, but 500 family members. Let's make Leela feel the power of ILH. Shall we have a thunderous round of applause for Geeta? Come on. Friends, my name is Manjunath, and I'm here to share with you how I had to lose myself to find my true self. For that, let me take you back through my journey, right? Do we have the slides on, please? Yeah? So, this is me in 2005. They're my parents. I've seen all my life my dad struggle, save every single penny to make me an engineer. That was his dream and that was my goal. And I did that in 2006. I got placed in IBM. 2.5 lakh package, monthly 25,000, 5 times my dad's income. My parents were on cloud 9. First thing that I did was buy my dream car. That's Maruti WagonR. I thought my life is set, done. But one fine day, I got this shocking news that my hero suffered heart attack. I told myself not to get emotional, but I drove my Ferrari, I drove my Maruti like a Ferrari. It was a 8-hour journey towards my hometown. I did it in 3 hours. I rushed to my dad and met him, and I looked him in his eyes, and he said, in his smile, son, don't worry. I'll get well soon and we'll play cricket. My mom was clueless. I went to doctor. He said, my dad has multiple blockages and might be has 2 hours left. I took him in my car, got him to Manjunath Nagraj. And as I speak right now, he is still alive. He is 70. Against all odds, miracle happened. Those 8 hours that I drove was the longest of my life. I was praying God every single moment that please don't let me down. Please don't let me down, and hit that. But that moment of terror brought me down on my knees. I had to borrow a lot of funds. I was already paying a lot of EMIs on top of it. I had to swipe all my credit card, whatever, got into financial mess. That's how my journey into entrepreneurship started. I'm an accidental entrepreneur. I never knew the meaning of the word entrepreneurship. But that situation, I just wanted to get out of the financial mess. My dream, my goal changed to financial freedom. I did that. An introvert who didn't even know how to speak English, who didn't even know who was scared to shit to come on stage. I was scared to sell, but I sold. Within 1.5 years, I became the top earner of the company that I was working with. This is 6,60,000 when I became the fastest and the first presidential blue diamond of the company. And this is not an annual check or a monthly check. It's a weekly check. I sold. I sold with hype. I sold my lifestyle. I didn't care if the person who is taking my product needed the product or not. I just had to sell. I sold it. From an introvert, I became the top earner of the company within 1.5 years. Best moment of my life, I got married in 2011. The better half of me, Sandhya. I thought my life is set, financially free, earning on an average 3 to 4 lakh every single week. But something happened which I never expected. 2011, 2012, how many of you remember, Skype, Facebook, YouTube, this all came up big time, right? The time where our services were supposed to go up, we were selling technology services, video, email, website, video conferencing. Our company servers crashed. 6 months didn't work. The reason was we were a network marketing company who were not focused on our service delivery. Our focus was making money. I didn't care. We didn't care. Our servers crashed. Company owners went back to US. Those people who were here in India, we leadership got into the mess, whatever. I'm going to share you one thing I've never shared with anybody else before in my life, because you guys are family, right? There were a lot of refund requests. There was a lot of negativity. We were banded cyber frauds. I had a team of African community, around 80 people. They invited me for their house, did house arrest, put a gun at my point and said, refund us, or else you're not going to see the day. Luckily, I had a friend who knew commissioner of police, okay, and somehow I managed to get out of that mess. I don't want to recollect that, but then I lost faith in that industry. There were a lot of other companies, there were a lot of other offers, but that day, after this situation, when I went back and stood in front of mirror and looked into my eyes, I felt crap. I'm not against this industry, but that happened with me. My mindset went so negative, I told, let me start my own web designing company. Let me start my own agency. Opened a company in Bangalore, was paying 3 to 4 lakh rent, hired few people, boom, but I lost. I didn't even make 1 penny. Money was flowing out like river. There was no income. The next 1.5, 2 years was only outgoing. Money was flowing out like river. I had zero skills, to run a web designing company, right? Failed all the challenges, logistics, marketing, employee management. I didn't have the skill. I told it's not my cup of tea. Then I met with accident. When you're totally negative, it compounds. And not just that, it was like universe was taking revenge on me. I was selling air, I was left with air. As simple as that. I lost my wealth, I lost my health, I was binge watching TV. Total U-turn. People started mocking me. Even my family was looking at me in a different way. But I have to acknowledge one person in my life, my better half Sandhya, my wife. She introduced me to Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev. During the slump of my life, I met this person, Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev. He is my God. I realized all this while I was blaming situations outside me, the company, the people, the products, everything else, which was the cause of my mess that I was in, but I realized it was me. All this while, it was my own choices. It was my choices that got me to the position that I was in, right? The principles and rule of success. Secret number 1, law of attraction. The foundation principles of universe. What you think and what you affirm is what you become. Law of cause and effect. The law of karma. What you sow is what you reap. I was selling air, I was left with air. Secret number 3 is anything that begins as an end. Feelings are the index of your thought and action. Are you someone who is filled with positivity, joy, happiness, gratitude, pride, love, or satisfaction, or someone who's filled with negativity, greed, envy, jealousy, shame, sadness, apathy, discouragement? That determines the experience that you'll have in your life. With this newfound knowledge, I thought I'll bounce back. I told, okay, let me crap all this. I'm a software engineer. Let me just go back, take an interview, and get back to job. You know what? I was bowed down on my knees once again. I went for IBM interview, Infosys, Wipro. I couldn't even clear first round of interview. Because 5 years was a big gap. There was technological advancements. Again, lost. I prayed, God, please give me one last chance. And he did. There was a startup in my hometown which offered me a job without even interview. And they said, Manjunath, we can give you 2.5 lakh per annum salary. Is it okay? Someone was earning 3 lakh a week to 3 lakh a annum, but I had no regrets. I embraced that opportunity with both hands. But from that moment, my dear friend, every single day was like taking exam. I decorated my resume with Java certifications, Spring certifications, Oracle certifications, did all the certifications. Within just 3 years, I got placed with JP Morgan. Number 1, when I went with resume, it was decorated with so many certifications. And I prepared a question bank. Even before the HR asked the question, or even the interview, I knew the answer. And I would manipulate the answers in such a way that I knew the next question what he's going to ask. Okay? For those career coaches out there, this is my salary. 3 lakh a month, 3 lakh a year to 3 lakh a month within 4 or 5 years. One thing that I realized with this is only action brings result. Most of us are stuck in the motivation loop, right? How many of you are procrastinators like me? Procrastinators like me, we are stuck in the motivation loop. But the only way to get result is taking action. Are you ready to pay the price? Price is not in terms of the money that you pay, but the kind of transformation that you're willing to go through, right? So that's the thing that happened. Now, why business again? Why business again, right? A lot of people ask me, Manju, you are set, VP job in JP Morgan, earning very well. But there's a miracle that happened on August 28, 2019. My son Sachin came into my life after a long time. And that's my wife, who has always been with me no matter what slump I went through. And my parents, of course. Right? And in September 2019, my wife saw a YouTube ad from Siddharth Rajsekar. I have known Sid for 10 years. since my network marketing days. And she said, hey, look at Sid, see this. And I attended his webinar. I immediately joined with 3,000 rupees, whatever level 1 that time it was. And I met Sid, through him Vic. Then I decided, this is what I want to do. I'm a born eagle, and I can't live like a chicken, right? I can't live like a chicken. And but, of course, I had responsibilities, I had EMIs, I had taken an apartment, whatnot. So I took it step by step. It took me 2.5 years to go through the entire course, prepare my own curriculum, whatever. But I did that. Today, I'm full-time dad, because that's what I wanted. This corporate life, yes, I was paid well, but a lot of responsibility. I didn't have time. Morning, I wake up at 6, travel, go to office, come back night, 12. My son is sleeping when I go to office. He's sleeping when I come back. Even if I'm 1% the dad, which my dad was, I've done a great job, right? So, when I met Sid and saw his journey, now I asked myself, what are the 3 good things that I can do? What I'm good at? Number 1 is selling. I used to sell air. Okay? I used to sell air. I'm good at selling. I'm good at my presentation skills. Number 2, technical ability. I have done a lot of certification. I'm a certified ethical hacker. I'm a web designer by passion. I told myself, and looking at Sid's model, there are a lot of people. There are 2 kinds of business people. 1, tigers who can run on land, climb tree, swim in the water. But there are fishes who are very good at swimming, but they can't come out of water. Like that, there are so many coaches, businesses, who are very good at what they do, but they need technical support for lead generation, brand building, and that's what I did. I positioned myself as a sales funnel lead generation coach, followed Siddharth Rajsekar's model to the core, and the best decision that I did was become part of Quantum Royals. Royals Quantum, I should say. Because when I quit my job, again, when I told my wife that I'm quitting my job and I'm doing this business full time, they asked me, are you nuts? My parents said, Manju, are you really sure? I told my wife one thing, this is the last thing that I'm going to do. Even my manager said, are you nuts? Do you want promotion? Do you want pay hike? Why are you leaving? What happened? I told, boss, give me 1 year. I just want to try one last time. I told my wife, I have 30 lakh in my bank account right now. Okay? 3 years a month, next 10 months, even if I don't do anything, it's okay. Even if I don't do that, I'll sell my apartment. Even if I don't win that, I'll sell my plot. Even if I don't do that, I will sell my property. After that, if I still don't make it, I'll go back to job. But I just want to do this one last time. And she gave me the permission, and that's all I wanted. And today, I run an agency business. Agency in the sense free, just Sid's model. I have 15 freelancers working with me. And I do whatever I do, and I also run a school, and 65 lakh plus revenue, right? Friends, I just want to say one last thing. That is, if you look at all these tallest of the buildings, they have one thing in common. That is the deepest foundation, right? Those who stand the test of time are those with deeper roots. Those who stand the test of time are those with the deeper roots, because during our life journey, Manjunath, ये सब theory अच्छा है, brother, but we have to pay bills. Monthly bill pay करना है, सब कुछ करना है, commitments है, right? Honesty, ये सब बोलने के लिए अच्छा है. But I'll tell you, there are 2 entities you cannot cheat or lie to. One is your consciousness, another is universe. They always keep book of account, right? You always keep book of accounts, and you get back what you sow. See, ego, things, right? We think so much about ourselves. Agar aaj raat, even entire solar system goes like this, it doesn't matter. In the scheme of universe, every single moment, thousands, billions and trillions of stars are born, and what am I or what are you, right? So, 7 foundation stones of success. You got to live the way, like Zig Ziglar says, honesty, integrity is when you do things when no one else is watching. What do you do, right? Character, trust, loyalty, faith, love. And that's what I feel ILH represents. And that is why I'm part of ILH. I'm very skeptical person when it comes to taking coaches. first coach I trust or guru is Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev. Second is Zig Ziglar. I don't read many coaches and all that. Honestly, Zig Ziglar, Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev, Siddharth Rajsekar. That's it. And friends, there is a life beyond success. We just try to focus and run behind money, but there's a life beyond success called significance. That is where, when you look back your journey and you're proud about it. That's the way of ILH. And thank you so much for this time. And I want to thank from the bottom of my heart, Sids, for giving me this responsibility to be addressing you people. Thank you so much.
Standing ovation for Manjunath Nagraj. What a story. Amazing. I've not told all of you one thing about Manjunath. Only my wife Vanita knows about it. The first ever network marketing business opportunity presentation that I went for was, he was on stage and I bought.
Wow.
Yeah, he was the one. And when he came back after that, I know the journey that he went through because I was also promoting that same company, went through all its, its ups and downs. And I know that at that moment where he was, we were in touch because I knew the top leadership of that particular company at that point of time. And I knew his situation, going back to his hometown, back into the IT world, and we were in touch. We had some common friends. And when he came back to ILH, I was like, I was so happy to see you again. Thank you. And then the way that you have grown in the last, how many now, 6 months to a year, it's been a phenomenal journey. So once again, let's give a big round of applause to Manjunath Nagraj. And such an inspiring story. More power to you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Back to you, Pallavi.
Wow, wow, wow. My God, this has been such a phenomenal. I don't know how I'm holding my tears back, guys. I mean, you guys can sit there and probably, tear up a little bit, and that's really okay. How does an MC do it? Awesome job, awesome job. Thank you so much, Manjunath. Thank you so much for sharing your story, for inspiring every single one of us.